and welcome. Today we will do a trip report of Swiss Air's first class service between Dubai and Zurich. Swiss Air is known to have one of the best first class products in the world, and I have been looking forward to this for a long time. At the end of the video, we will show you Swiss Air's first class lounge, which has been named the world's best first class lounge. Stay tuned! I am Kuma. Let's go! As first class passengers, we get to board at this area. The boarding was extremely smooth and the flight was on time tonight. I am excited to get on board and try this Swiss first class experience. Let's go! Here I am at my seat. I'm very excited because this has been a long time in the making. It looks very elegant. I'm very happy with what I see here. As soon as we got on board, we were greeted by the flight attendant and the captain, who were very cheerful and happy to have us on board. On the A330, the seat width is 22 inches. This extremely comfortable seat had tons of legroom. I could barely reach the other side. The small storage compartment had my slippers and my ice cold water ready for me when I got on. This seat boasts power outlets that are available as 110 volt, and there are also USB power outlets. The side armrest has the main seat controls. Early thought this side lamp was a nice touch. It really added to the mood of the atmosphere of the flight, and the intensity can be adjusted to your liking. I like this quite a bit. And the armrest also has this main storage compartment, which has the IFE controller. There is also another set of power outlets here. I went and took a quick peek at the business class section. The captain let us come up and take a quick look at the flight deck. I always appreciate when they take time out of their busy schedule to let us come up and have a look. I had some bubbly for my welcome drink. This nice, refreshing hot towel. Right after the welcome drink, we were brought the amuse-bouche, which visually is stunning and tasted very fresh.
And inform the cabin crew immediately. For further regulations concerning the use of electronic devices on board, we ask you to consult the in-flight magazine in your seat pocket.
If you're enjoying our video and would like to see future content, please don't forget to subscribe.
fasten seatbelt sign is on. Please open the baggage racks carefully as objects fall out. As soon as we have reached our cruising altitude, we will be serving a small snack.
Shortly after takeoff, the meal service began. We chose to enjoy it, so it took us about 3 hours to go through all the courses. However, you may request expedited service if you wish to get to sleep a little earlier. Now let's have a look at the drink menu. Feel free to pause the video if you need more time to read it. I started off with this delicious white wine. Now as we look at the food menu, we noted there are specialties from eastern Switzerland coming from Canton of St. Gallen. This menu features 4 courses. In the first course you have 5 separate dishes. In the main course you can choose one of 2 available options, and then that's followed up by cheese, and finally dessert. So they've set up the table for us, and since I wanted my travel companion to come in and eat with me, they were able to set up place settings for 2 within my seat. It's very much like a regular restaurant, even though you're on the plane. I started off with a super fresh pollock salmon, a signature dish of Swiss. Next was this curried quinoa salad with smoked halibut. Extremely delicious. At this point, another delicious wine is offered. Cheers! Next was a selection of air-dried meats. Very interesting taste. Next we had this roasted pumpkin soup. I found it to be very hearty and flavorful. The last item in the first course is this seasonal salad. It was quite light and fresh. And now we're finally ready for the main course. My companion ordered the roast chicken breast. And I had the vegetable cannelloni. The vegetable cannelloni was with pesto cream sauce and tomato concasse. I thoroughly enjoyed the dish. Now we're ready to wrap it up with cheese and dessert. We were offered this dessert wine, which was sweet and fruity. And of course you can't go wrong with Swiss cheese. The selection looks like it's generous. Paired with the wine, this is a perfect combination. And finally for dessert, we had this fruit tart and fresh strawberries. This balanced out the entire course just right. After that delightful meal, I'm going to put on these pajamas, which are provided by Zimmerelli of Switzerland. The texture is extremely comfortable. I want to take these home with me. This pair of slippers was also provided. And here's Swiss's headset. And now we can look at the amenity kit, which was provided by Bally. The kit featured a standard array of products. Would have been nice to see a little bit more up in first class, but who would like to try a little bit of cranberry or cola? This is a standard lavatory, but it was kept clean. The laboratory featured prairie amenities. And now I'm ready for a little shut-eye, so I asked the flight attendant to turn down the bed for me. This is my original seat here. And since there was some availability here, the flight attendant was delighted to make my bed here. This looks comfy. I can't wait to get a little shut-eye. And across the way is my companion's bed. They did a fantastic job of making the cabin feel like home. These seats featured partial privacy walls. It would have been nice to have it closed completely. I was brought this little gift of extra chocolate. This is the overhead light. And now I'm in the bed. The bedding is super comfortable. Now I'll check out the IFE before I take a nap. There is a good selection of movies available. The flight attendant had brought the orange juice and a hot towel before I even woke up. The service was super detailed. For breakfast, I skipped the hot portion of the meal so I could get a little extra sleep. This was light and flavorful, exactly what I needed. The service on this flight was absolutely impeccable. The flight attendants were super cheerful and engaging. They were very well prepared for every detail of the service. For example, they made this care package out of the chocolates that I showed before without me having to ask them. Great service. Overall, I had an excellent flight with Swiss First Class. Swiss did a fantastic job of making this a memorable experience by providing attentive, friendly service. The seats and bed were super comfortable and the food exquisite. I wish I had the flight that was longer. 6 hours just isn't enough. I highly recommend this Swiss First Class product and will be happy to fly with them again. Please stay tuned as momentarily we will be bringing you video of the best first class lounge in the world. Welcome to Zurich. Once we landed in Zurich, we were greeted by the Swiss welcome service and then brought down through our own little secret passageway. We were then brought to the van so that we could go through customs and immigration. Customs and immigration is in a private area for first class passengers, and the process was extremely smooth for us. A short time later, we had requested to go to the Terminal E lounge, so they arranged another transfer for us. It was nice to have a private van transfer over to the Terminal E lounge. We've arrived at the private entrance to the Terminal E lounge just beyond these elevators. I've heard so many great things about this lounge, so I can't wait to get up there and check it out. The Terminal E First Class Lounge has 2 day rooms, of which we were lucky enough to snag one. Generally, the room looked very good. It was very open. I liked it a lot. Look at this fantastic view from the room. A couple of planes taking off soon. It was very nice of Swiss to provide us with all the amenities we'd need in order to freshen up before we moved on to the next leg of our travel. It was also very nice to have a complete shower room. Even though this is just a lounge, it had everything we needed, just like a hotel room might. After a couple of hours rest, we headed into the main part of the lounge. Visually, the lounge has a modern, classy look. Now let's go and look at the rest of the lounge. When you first come into the lounge, you're greeted by this vast selection of wine. It's actually quite awe-inspiring to see. I liked how it appeared that they kept the lounge in separate sections, where you had the dining area separate from the relaxation area, and then you also had the bar and then the outside terrace, all separated. Here's some additional drinks for you to indulge on. Cheers! Here you can relax and watch TV. This area looks great. Just about anywhere you go in this lounge, it has that wide open feeling. Anywhere you look outside, you can see planes to your heart's content. Skytrax awarded this lounge the best first-class lounge in the world for 2019. Congratulations, Swiss. We are first in this stylish dining room, ready to have lunch. Now we'll have a look at the menu, which features a la carte selections. We started out with this fresh, tasty, and delicious salad. If you're in Switzerland, cheese fondue is a must-try dish. And for that reason, we selected cheese fondue as our main dish today. We were told that Switzerland is the motherland of cheese fondue, quote unquote, and I have to agree because this was absolutely fantastic. The cheese was extremely fragrant and flavorful. It left me wanting more. I felt like I couldn't get enough. Another fantastic feature of this lounge is the outside terrace. Let's have a look around out here. This provides an interesting view outside the terrace. It's beautiful. The terrace provides plenty of opportunity for any aviation enthusiasts to watch planes as they take off, land, taxi, and anything else they might be doing. So here we have a Finnair plane taking off at the same time as we have a United plane taxiing into the gate underneath us. Howdy, United. What do you think about our Swiss first class experience? Please leave us a comment. If you liked our video, please give us a thumbs up. To see more content from us and to support our work, please subscribe. This is Kuma. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.